Hey guys, and welcome back to my Daily News X. Well, I'm your host Kramer, and today we're diving into one of the biggest political stories of the year. Yes, so I'm talking about the Democratic sweep in the 2025 elections just last night. From New York City to Virginia and beyond. Democrats didn't just win, just to let you know. They actually dominated last night. It's being called a referendum on Trump's influence, a progressive wave, and even a turning point in American politics. But what really happened and what comes next? Well, let's break it down so we can understand better the situation and what's happening in these two key states. So Tuesday night was a blowout for Democrats in New York City. Zohran Mamdani, a proud progressive and longtime community activist, won the mayoral race in a landslide. His victory speech hit all the key themes of his campaign, from housing justice to workers' rights and community investment over corporate interests. Mamdani's rise wasn't overnight. He built his reputation in grassroots politics, and his victory is being seen as a major win for the new progressive movement that's been gaining traction across the country, especially among younger and more diverse voters. And down south, also, we have another win for Democrats, in Virginia especially. History was made that night. Abigail Spanberger has officially become the state's first female governor. Spanberger, a former CIA officer and congresswoman, campaigned on unity, moderation, and restoring stability in a politically divided state. So yeah, guys, this is what's happening in today's news. These two major key states the Democrats have won basically those two key states in the last elections. So these two victories, Mamdani in New York and Spanberger in Virginia, tell two sides of the same Democratic story. One progressive and bold, and other pragmatic and moderate. Yet, both carry the same result: a clear rejection of Trump's era politics. Very simple. Now, over in the Republican circles, on the other side of the hand, the reaction was swift for Republicans and very sharp. Mr. Donald President Trump downplayed the losses, blaming them on his absence from the ballot and, of course, the ongoing government shutdown, which many Americans are blaming in Washington blockage. But behind closed doors, several government strategists are pointing fingers. Some blame Trump's dominating presence for overshadowing state and local candidates. Others, they actually argue that the Republicans failed to offer a clear message on the economy, education, and healthcare. Issues that polls show are now swinging in Democrats' favor. Yes, that's what's happening. One former government advisor told ABC News, quote, "We can't keep running yesterday's campaign for tomorrow's voters." Yes, that's what he said. Meanwhile, traditional conservatives are warning that the party could be in serious trouble heading into the 2026 elections if it doesn't find a way to broaden its appeal beyond Trump's base. Political experts are calling this a generational reset. I repeat, generational reset in American politics. For example, Dr. Elaine Chao, a political analyst of Georgetown University, said the results prove that the center of gravity in the Democratic Party is shifting left. Younger voters, especially those under 35, overwhelmingly supported candidates like Mamdani, who focus on social equity, environmental policy, and economic fairness. So there you have it. But let me tell you something. Not everyone sees this as a purely positive, just to let you know. Some centrist Democrats worry that an aggressive progressive agenda could alienate moderate voters in swing states. So they're also concerned within their own party, just to let you know, in other words. Still, the numbers tell a story. A voter turnout among 18 to 29 years old hit a record high this election cycle, while a Republican turnout dipped instead, especially in suburban and college-educated districts. So that's a big warning sign for the government heading into future national races. Yes, it is. So this is the big question. What does this Democratic sweep mean for the road ahead and the future of American elections in 2026 and beyond? In the short term, it strengthens the Democratic hand in policy debates over education funding, affordable housing, and climate initiatives. Expect mayors, and governors in blue states to push hard on social infrastructure programs, even if the federal government remains gridlock. Yes. In the long term, though, this could reshape the entire political map. Analysts predict that if progressives like Mamdani continue to deliver results at the local levels like he's doing it right now, we could see a new breed of national democratic leaders emerge. Ones who blend grassroots activism with policy expertise. So there you have it. Republicans, on the other hand, they're facing a reckoning. Some are calling this a post-Trump pivot, not reconnecting with independent voters. Others, especially Trump loyalists, insist that doubling down on populism is the only path forward. That's their own opinion. But yes, that internal battle could define the government's identity for years to come. So we're not talking about only tomorrow or the new election, we're talking about the future as well. So, as Democrats celebrate their victories and Republicans search for answers right now, one thing is very clear, guys. America's political landscape is changing around very soon. Voters are demanding more authenticity, more action, and less rhetoric. And if this generation of leaders step forward, from Mayor Zohran Mamdani in New York to Governor Abigail Spanberg in Virginia, we might be just witnessing the start of a new political era and some new candidates moving forward with this approach. All right, guys, so this is it for today's my episode of my Daily News X. I'm your host, Kramer. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. And don't forget to follow us for a daily dose, straightforward to the point, focus-oriented news. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay curious. Thank you for coming, and have yourself a great day.